have a question, and we'll call your name. We'll start with Cam.
Hey there, Kyra. Thanks as always for the time. I guess just to start with the closing moments of the game there, where Rhyne scores the final 9 points, you force the tie up defensively. Just what did you like about the way she and the rest of your team closed down the stretch to get this big win tonight?
Well, I'm just so proud of this team overall. I thought they brought the intensity, the energy, and effort, and they did it together. Ryan had some big buckets down the stretch, but let's not leave out Dre, who carried us a lot of the night, and Jada Walker, who was fearless. But Jasmine Massengale, she was the coach on the floor. I thought her intensity and her basketball IQ helped us get this one tonight.
Mitch.
Coach, a couple weeks ago at Louisville, you told us that you felt like this team was moving in the right direction. Obviously, had a break, but compared to that late game situation that you guys had then, and compared to tonight, obviously you feel leaps and bounds better about the way you guys executed and cleaned things up. I'm guessing.
Absolutely. I thought we were more composed. We were very clear on what we were looking for. Like I said, Jasmine Massengale was the coach on the floor. I thought we played more patient, made Georgia work defensively, and we didn't settle for quick shots down the stretch, which helped us.
Grant.
Hey, Coach, you mentioned Jasmine Massengale there and her ability to coach out on the court, but how vital was her 7 points there in the first quarter, and what did you kind of think of her taking the initiative to be offensive there?
Yeah, I like that she was aggressive. We needed her to step up. I thought that made Georgia play honest defensively. So they started rotating. We started kicking out for some open shots. But I mentioned Jasmine Maskell, but Jada Walker, every time we've asked her to start, man, has she answered the call. I thought she played fearless, hard defensively, but she stepped up and made some big shots.
Cam.
I guess just kind of looking at the defense as a whole, I think Georgia made their first 4 shots, and then you guys kind of picked it up a bit, and the turnovers kind of came with the game as well. Just what did you like about the way you guys maybe settled in a bit defensively after those first couple of possessions?
Early I thought we missed some defensive assignments, but we adjusted and we talked about having to stay the course. They were going to make some runs. We were going to have to make some adjustments, which we did. One of the things that I liked our press, I thought we forced some turnovers, and even when we didn't trap out of it, we forced Georgia to start their offense with 18 seconds or less, and that's what we wanted.
Barkley.
Off 18 days, the COVID situation, obviously. Now the snowstorm takes the fans out of today. Get a big win ahead of probably the biggest game that you're going to play all season on Sunday. What does it say about your team that you can get that win and then build the momentum to potentially, have a big upset on Sunday?
We've talked about this team being resilient all year long. We talked about being able to control the things that we could control, and that was our energy, our attitude, our effort. They were hungry. They were excited to play. And overall, I thought our whole team stepped up and they were locked in.
Grant.
Coach, it was kind of crazy there looking at the stats at the end of the game, seeing Stady still had 26 points because it felt like you guys played pretty good defense on her. Were you, even though she did put up 26, were you satisfied with Edwards' efforts defensively and the team as a whole?
I thought Dre, really tried to stick to the game plan, push her out. Give credit to Stady. She is a handful. I promise I look back to the coaching staff. Every time she touched the ball, I wanted to bring all 5 players to her because I felt like she scored every time she touched it. But she's very skilled. She's one of the best in this league for a reason. I thought we gave a solid effort. Obviously, we'll go back and evaluate the tape and see where we can improve. But, yeah, she's a handful.
Cam.
I guess kind of a similar question because when you look at the stats at the end of the game, they end up having 14 more rebounds. They end up almost doubling up you guys in free throws attempted. Yet you led, for most of the game and end up winning by 8 points. In which moments do you think that you guys were able to win the game despite those disparities?
In the fourth, I thought we pushed in transition offense. I thought we got some easy scoring opportunities. I thought when we had to buckle down, we got some defensive stops and some big rebounds, key rebounds, even though they out-rebounded us. I thought we got some key rebounds in crucial points. At crucial point in times. But overall, I like the effort. I like the energy. Obviously, we'll go back and watch the film. There's always room to improve. But we celebrated this one in Memorial. It was only us. So we had our own party in Memorial Coliseum. And I'm sure Big Blue Nation cheered us on from home.
Mitch.
Coach, I was going to say, there's nobody in the stands tonight, but you're about to go on the road, play the number one team in front of 10,000 plus probably. Do you have to say anything to this group? I mean, some of them have been there and done that, but, some like Jade and the younger players, they probably haven't been in an environment like that except Louisville, maybe.
Yeah, well, we're going to enjoy this one tonight. We hadn't talked about the next opponent. We're going to sleep on this one tonight, then we'll go back to work. But the thing about it, our non-conference has helped us get ready for this moment and to play in the league. And night in and night out, it's going to be a dogfight, and our next game will not be any different.
Grant.
Coach, there's been a lot of discussion already tonight about the fourth period, but the obvious standout there was Rhyne Howard. Did you feel like that was a different version of Rhyne you hadn't seen yet this year? Because she just seems so aggressive.
Yeah, I thought she played aggressive, but I thought she looked to score in a variety of ways tonight. She posted up, she got offensive rebounds, she played in the passing lanes, and that made her harder to guard. And I thought she played downhill coming off the on-ball screen, which she hadn't been doing that in previous games.
Anything else, everybody? Sorry, I did a lot of yelling tonight too. My voice is gone. Thanks, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, awesome. Congrats, Ryan, on moving into third all time on the scoring list. For you guys, obviously, first SEC game this season. You know how tough it is to take the lumps and the punches in this game and to be able to respond in the fourth quarter and finish this one strong. How big was that?
It was super big for us. Our first SEC game, like you said, our first game back in a couple of weeks. So for us to come out and make a statement like this and be able to fight and be able to hold our own was just big for us. And I'm just so proud of, everyone and how we've battled back from all the adversity that we've been facing.
Cameron Drummond.
Hey there, Ryan. Especially the final minutes of the game there, where I think you scored the last 9 points and you forced that tie up on the defensive end as well and made your free throws. Just what was it like trying to close that out, especially considering that you guys hadn't played a ton of close games this season up to this point?
It was just about, stepping up and be able to finish out the game and, continuing to go hard so that my teammates will follow behind me. I have to be able to make, those 50-50 plays, like tying the ball up or, the hustle plays, because, those are things that don't go on the stat sheet. So making those is just as big as, hitting the game winner or making the free throws, like you said.
Barkley Tricks.
You and Jada scored the first 13 points of the fourth quarter. How big was that, and how well do you all mesh? How well does your all's game complement each other?
It's really about, I'll be like, Jada, go get a bucket right quick, because she's so fast. It's like you blink and she's gone. She's at the basket scoring. So, I find her, she finds me, and I just have to be on the same pace as her and just make sure I'm sprinting and being available for her as she needs to be for me.
Grant Grubbs.
Hey, Ryan, you kind of seemed all over the court tonight. Was there kind of a different level of intensity that you felt coming into conference play?
Yeah, conference play is a whole nother level than, preseason. So I knew we all knew we couldn't come out lackadaisical and, slow, because Georgia's a tough team that's going to make you pay, and trying to come from down against them is always tough, and I can speak that from experience.
Cam.
Because obviously you guys didn't have the crowd support or the fans there tonight. It was a little bit more like last season than this season. Just what was it like, I guess, kind of going back to that for a night? And did you guys feel like you needed to self-start and self-generate energy to get you guys going, especially at the start there?
Yeah, we did have to get ourselves going, but I think we did a pretty good job. We came out with high intensity, high energy, and we just made the most of it. But, when things are going your way, it's like you don't have as much to, get yourself going as if you're down. Like, yeah.
Anything else? Cam?
I know you scored 30 tonight, obviously, but we were talking to Coach yesterday, and she mentioned that she's been trying to talk to you and maybe try and convince you that you don't have to do everything yourself, taking like a little bit of weight off your shoulder, a little pressure off yourself. Does it feel like you're a bit more freed up now after the break? Is that, a little bit of a mentality switch, or just where do you kind of look at that now?
I think I am. Like, the 30 tonight is just what was coming to me. Like, obviously I went to go get some of those buckets, but the game really came to me. My teammates found me, like Dre and all my post players were setting really good screens. So it was just about, staying in rhythm and just making it easy. Don't work hard. Work smarter, not harder. So not working too hard.
Anything else?
I'm not in school, guys, so sorry.
All right, Grant.
Yeah, tonight you shot 20 shots and 4 of them were threes. You seem to be shooting a lot of threes this season, but obviously you didn't tonight. Was that intentional to kind of go at Stady, or did it just kind of come in the flow of the game?
A team like Georgia is tough to get threes anyways with the way that they play. And in the coming games, like with the SEC, it's going to be tough to find, wide open threes. But, attacking their post, who's much bigger and, I would say slower, is always just easy buckets for me. So attack, get to the rim, see something go in, and just go from there.